The Yangtze River's three gorges may have already experienced numerous floods, and the release of floodwaters would have been continuous. However, this year's situation is extremely unusual due to a decrease in rainfall and continuous high temperatures. The Yangtze River's water level, which should have been in flood, was even lower than in the dry season, and the water level at several water stations reached a record low. The water level in the Yangtze River's mainstream was about 6 meters lower than the same period the previous year, the lowest value for the same period since records began in 1951. On August 13, the water level at the Hankou station of the Yangtze River was 1,755 meters, the lowest level in the Wuhan section of the Yangtze River's history. Since hydrological records began on August 16, the water level in the Wuhu section of the Yangtze River has been only 517 meters, the lowest value in the same period since 1960. The water level in the Three Gorges Reservoir on August 18 was only 14,645 meters, 57 meters lower than the same period in previous years on June 9 this year. To prepare for the flood season, the reservoir's water level was reduced to 1453 meters. The flood protection stage of the three beautiful reservoirs is designed to be 145 meters, which is also the lowest water level required to ensure the Three Gorges power generation. The Yangtze Three Beautiful Reservoir, on the other hand, did not welcome any rain, but faced a large scale drought in the Yangtze River Basin and severe power shortages to alleviate the drought in the Yangtze River Water Conservancy's lower reaches. On August 16, the Commission of the Ministry of Water Resources issued an order, and the Three Gorges Reservoir will begin supplying water to the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River at 12 o'clock noon that day. However, in order to ensure power generation, the current adjustable water level of the three beautiful reservoirs is only about 1 meter, and the water replenishment is only about 1 meter. The total volume of water replenishment in the next 5 days is only 500 million cubic meters. This also demonstrates that the three beautiful reservoirs had almost no water to release downstream prior to the drought in the Yangtze River water basin. Not only are the three beautiful reservoirs in jeopardy, but so are several other major reservoirs. Above the Three Gorges, there are 4 large reservoirs: Yudonghua, Baraton, Shiladu, and Xianjiaba. Although the total flood control storage capacity has reached 155 billion cubic meters, we are concerned that there is not enough water stored. Several days ago, the Three Gorges inbound flow was stable at more than 10,000 cubic meters per second until August 17, when it fell below 9,000 cubic meters. According to China's Ministry of Water Resources, the water storage capacity of reservoirs in the upper and middle reaches of the Yangtze River decreased by 10% compared to the same period last year, and the water level of more than 180 small and medium-sized reservoirs was significantly lower or close to the dead water level in Chongqing alone. 24 reservoirs have dried up, and 21,338 wells are producing insufficient water. The Chongqing section of the Qialing River, a major tributary of the Yangtze, is located in China. Netizens' photos show that the river has large tidal flats and that citizens can walk to the bottom of the bridge pier in the middle of the river. Some nearby residents lamented that such a low water level had been unusual in the previous 10 years. A video of a citizen riding a motorcycle across the Jilin River went viral on the internet on August 17. Netizens are collecting comments, saying that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that will go down in history. The Yangtze River's water level has dropped significantly, and some islands and reefs that have been submerged in water for a long time are now suddenly exposed on the Jiangxin Island Reef near Wutai Village in Chongqing City. 3 statues dating back nearly 600 years from the Ming and Qing dynasties are completely exposed above water. After further investigation, archaeologists discovered that the statue was beautifully carved and of high cultural value. In fact, the main flood season of the Yangtze River Basin occurs every year from July to August. That is when the most rain falls throughout the year, but this year there was only one drought. Since July, rainfall in the Yangtze River Basin has been 45% lower than in the same period the previous year, with some areas going more than 20 days without rain. The main reason for the reverse dry season in the flood season, according to hydrology experts, is the influence of less rainfall in the Yangtze River basin and the sharp drop in the amount of water coming from the upper reaches since July this year. There has been continuous hot weather in Chongqing. The region's average precipitation is 50% less than normal, and the amount of water coming from the upper reaches of the river is 40 to 50% less than the same period in previous years. Not only was there no rain, but China was also hit by the strongest heat wave in 60 years this year, according to the National Climate Center of China, which reported that from June 13 to August 17 this year, the high temperature lasted for 66 days and the overall intensity was high. Nearly 40% of weather stations measured a high temperature during a regional high temperature event, the highest level since complete meteorological observation records began in 1961. National stations broke through the historical extreme, with high temperatures in Chongqing exceeding 40 degrees Celsius for more than 10 days. The high temperature record was broken again on August 17 in Baihui Village, Chongqing, with a temperature of 499 degrees Celsius. According to the Central Meteorological Observatory's forecast, there will be persistent high-temperature weather in Sichuan Basin, Changkan, Huai, Jiangnan, and other places from August 17 to 26, with the total number of high-temperature days reaching 7 to 10 days. The extremely high temperatures have accelerated water evaporation, potentially worsening the drought.